NintenCisco here. Oh, Hey, NintenCisco here. Alright guys, it is time for our Q&A. Speaking of 300 subscribers, so the other day I tried streaming, right? And like my computer was like being all stupid. And basically I would lose connection and my stream would lag. Well, then YouTube would make a new vid every time. So it sent out a bunch of notifications for every time the stream rebooted. Well, I guess a lot of people didn't like that, so quite a bit of people unsubscribed. I want to say I'm sorry, but come on man, I was trying. Man. So basically what happened is a couple weeks ago, or like 2 weeks ago, I submitted a video saying we're doing a Q&A for the 300 subscriber special. Comment down below your questions and I will answer them at the end of the break. So a lot of you guys, and I mean the majority of the questions are, what are your plans for the future? So for example, Radical said, what are your goals and future plans in regard to YouTube? But we also have Kibble who asked, got any plans for the future of the channel? For the future of this channel, there's gonna be a lot more gameplay videos, so a lot more streams. I kind of want to do a little bit more skits, and I don't know, that's kind of the gist of it. It's not really much besides being really consistent. There are a lot of projects in the works, but again, it boils down to just more streaming and being more consistent. So, Mimi Man, he asked, what is your biggest flaw? Man, that's an interesting one. I am a very sensitive guy. For some people I might not come across as that, but I am very sensitive. And what I mean by that is like I can be overly emotional. And like I said, 2019 was really hard. But I know a lot of guys, I know a couple friends, and I know a lot of people that if all the things that happened to me in 2019 happened to them, it wouldn't really faze them that bad. But for me, it like destroyed me, you know? So I guess one of those things is that I get overly emotional and I get like really depressed. And then that's when you have the inconsistencies in like my YouTube channel. I'm very bad at time management as well. So a lot of times I'll bite off more than I can chew. I'll talk about, oh, I have all these projects coming, and then realize, wait a minute, I only have like a week before I said these projects are going to be released, and I need to take more months on these, and then like projects never get done. And I'm like that, you know. Then it's like in Skyrim when you keep taking on side quests, and there's more side quests and more side quests. That's how I am in real life. Like I'll take on a project, but then I have like 5 projects, but those 5 projects extend to 12 other projects, and then I get nothing done. Silly Bones, he asks, how many girls' numbers are in your phone? Boy. Alright, Silly Bones, here's the thing though. So I just got a new phone like a couple months ago, and I only have like my close friends. I haven't really added like a bunch of people. So I don't have that big of a contact list, but screw it, let's count it. And no, mom, grandma, clerk lady at work, those don't count. I'm counting like actual girls that are like my age. 1, 6, I guess that counts. 9, 10. I have 10. I know I'm slacking. These days, who uses like phone, Instagram and all that, and there's tons of girls over there. So, Lazyfied, my guy, he asks, any specific direction you want your channel to go in? See, like I said, like a lot of those questions are about my channel. Specific direction for my channel. Like my YouTube's gonna be jotted down on a bunch of playlists and like series. So we'll have like the NintenCisco, like Nintendo stuff, you know, and then I wanna have like, again, future trailer, there'll be a new name for, it's still NintenCisco, but there'll be kind of a new persona for PlayStation. And then I kinda wanted to get into like storytelling and animating that, but that's not till the very far future. I haven't even started that. And also I want to definitely kind of create almost a community within myself that's reaching out to a lot of my other projects. For example, I have my Instagram account for my art stuff, NintenCisco. NintenCisco is a whole brand on itself, but it will relate to my NintenCisco stuff, and they'll kind of feed off each other, you know? So on Instagram, my thing would be NintenCisco, and like I have a lot of NintenCisco projects, but I also have NintenCisco, but they'll kind of correlate. There'll be some Cisco stuff on NintenCisco stuff and vice versa. I know that sounded kind of weird, a little confusing, but hopefully that made sense. Night Sky asked the glorious question of, if you can live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I live in Chicago, and I absolutely love Chicago, and I can't really see myself living anywhere else. So, yeah, Chicago's my place to stay. However, if I could be anywhere else, I have to admit, I loved Iceland. I went on an Iceland trip in August. I'm a terrible person. I was supposed to do, I vlogged the whole trip. We're talking about like 3 vlogs worth of content just held in my computer, and I haven't edited it all, and I haven't uploaded anything. I am sorry. A lot of you guys have been telling me, Cisco, where are the vlogs? You keep saying next week, next weekend, tomorrow. It never happens. I apologize. I know I'm a terrible person. They are coming, but I'm so focused on the newer projects, I just forgot about that. But I don't want it to be a year passing by and not uploading them. And we're like halfway through a year. So no, we'll upload those. Iceland, I really loved, and I can see myself, if I was like super famous and had lots of money, I could see myself buying a house in Iceland and going back and forth, you know? So yeah, Iceland was dope. I loved Iceland. Super expensive, but Iceland was really cool, and I could see myself going off and adventuring there all the time. Mudkip asked, who inspired you to make YouTube videos? What keeps you motivated to keep making videos? Really good question, actually. C&D was the branch for everything, right? Because C&D, he vlogged that New York, that 30-day New York thing, and so many people came together, like all the YouTubers, game companies, so many people came together, all these Nintendo fans. And I just remember being like, what? There's other Nintendo fans like that? Like, there's a whole Nintendo community? I wasn't aware of this. Like, I didn't know this existed. I want to be a part of this, and I didn't know how. I was like, maybe I can start a channel. I've always wanted to start a channel. I've been wanting to start a channel since high school. I wanted to go from skits to stop motion videos. As a kid, I wanted to do those like Lego stop motions, but I never got to that, right? So now I was like, man, I've been waiting all my life. I've always wanted to start a channel. I should start one. You know, the sooner I do it, the better, right? And I started watching these guys called video influencers, and they basically teach you all you need to know to start your channel. And I remember what they told me, I'll never forget, was if you want to start a channel, the best advice you can tell you is simply start. Just submit your first crappy video, because your second one will be slightly better, your third will be slightly better, you'll start investing in equipment, and soon enough you got a pretty good channel. Not everyone starts off like amazing and popular and really professional, you know? So everyone starts off with their crappy equipment, with their iPhone. Everyone starts that way. So that's exactly what I did. I grabbed my little camera that I had since 8th grade, filmed the video, and soon enough, eventually I was doing videos here and there. My friends would support me. I love you guys who supported me. And then N10 found me, and it just kind of like went from there. So we have Jolly Kirby. Now Jolly Kirby, he asked like 5 questions, and that's cool. I'm down for that. So one of those was, how did you join N10? I joined N10 because I think I was friends with Nate Metos. We know each other in real life. He goes by Nate Tunes on YouTube, and from him, I think I met, I believe it was Radical. I met some N10 members, and from there it was just like I met more and more of the community, and then Radical, I believe it was Radical or Linkachu. I think it was Radical. It had to be Radical. Someone invited me to a server and said, hey, would you want to be part of N10? Now, I was very skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Like, this could easily sink and I go down with it. It could be a easy way to end my channel before it even starts, you know? But no, I took the leap of faith. These N10 people seem like they mean well and they want to do good, right? So I said, you know what? Yeah, I'll join you guys, see how it is. Again, it was very skeptical, but as it went on, I gotta say, it's like the best thing that ever happened. Like, I'm so happy to be an original member of N10. Not that if you're not an original, not saying N10 Plus is like any less, but I'm just saying like the fact that I started out when it started, just, you know, and I see like myself kind of being one of the lesser subscribed people, like it just makes me feel really humble and be like, wow, like these guys like brought me into the spotlight and like looked after me, and they've been like my friends and family. And so I'm very, very grateful for N10. I'm not very vocal about it. I don't really talk about how grateful I am, but I have to say, N10, I love you guys, and like you guys have helped me through so many parts of my life in just a short amount of time. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm really happy I joined N10. Who is your favorite waifu? Again, by Jolly Kirby. So a lot of you guys know that I have all kinds of waifus. I loved, growing up, I loved Mei from Pokemon, Rosalina from Mario Brothers, Samus, of course. Who doesn't love Samus from Metroid? And then, but like, I don't know, and then I have like 2B from Nier Automata, and ooh, a lot. But I have to say, I think one of the top, if we can jot down the top 3, would have to be the top, I know guys, I'm sorry. You guys are gonna, some of you guys are gonna be like, you uncultured swine. It's the top 3 blondes and blues, man. I'm sorry. Top 3 blondes and blues. It's Elsa, Samus Aran, and Rosalina. Those are like the 3 I always just go back to. Like, I'll always have the soft spot for them, and every time I see them, I just be like, ah! So those are my 3 waifus. I call them the 3 blondes and blues. My sister always makes fun of me for it. Yes, the blondes and blues. Elsa, Rosalina, and Samus. Wait a minute, why am I acting like I'm ashamed of it? I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud. Blondes and blues. Hey, if you're a blonde and blue, let me know. What's your favorite video game? Good question. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't think I'm a top Zelda fan, but I'm huge on Zelda. And Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is like my favorite. But like Breath of the Wild is also really high up there as well. It's Pikmin, Metroid Prime. I'm trying to think other ones. Oh, and Mega Man Battle Network is like, whew, my favorites. What consoles do you own? Oh my, I own the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, I own 2 of those. I own like 2 3DS's, a 2DS XL, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Switch. I want to get a Switch Lite, and I have the Super Nintendo Mini, that little box one, the Super Nintendo Mini. And I'm pretty sure I have other ones. Oh, and I just recently got the DS, the DS Lite or whatever, the original DS that looked like a trapezoid. I got one of those. Was there a time where you were struggling? Dude, I feel like I'm always struggling. But I have to say, last year when my dog died, that was just the worst thing ever. And you know what sucks is like, man, that whole year sucked. And I just wanted the year to end. And to top it off with like my dog dying, I was like, how could this year get any worse? Oh, and let me tell you, it got worse. This past month has already been like a heartbreaker. I'm just like, please man, just end this already. But it doesn't matter. I'm done with it beating my ass. I'm gonna fight back. So I'm doing everything I can to stay positive, do good, work on my hobbies, and progress in life. Because I want the end of 2020 to be like, wow, Cisco really came out on top. Captain Squid asks, Lego Star Wars, is it a masterpiece? Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars. Yes, it is a masterpiece. Lego Star Wars is why I bought a GameCube. I wanted to buy, man, let me tell you something. Real quick, I bought Lego Star Wars for Game Boy and that shit sucked. That was terrible. So then I bought it for GameCube. So much better. We have Fahad. Vivi or Elsa? Which one do you choose? The other one has to die. Fahad, that is a terrible question. How dare you? We're trying to start off 2020 right, and you over here talking about I have Elsa on one hand and Vivi on the other. Elsa. Sombrano, my man, he asks, what is the most memorable experience you had in an artist? Meeting up, like for example, meeting other artists you look up to, completing the piece that you're proud of. Wow. Okay, we have a couple. So this one's bittersweet. Shonen Jump was hosting its first ever international contest, and I spent so much time. I spent like a month just waking up. We're talking about like, this is the type of grind you guys should be doing, and if I stayed with this kind of grind, I would have been 10 times as far as I am now. And I would wake up, work, go to sleep. Wake up, work, go to sleep. I had what it took at that time to be a manga artist. The problem is I didn't have the skills for it. I had the discipline, not the skills. And so my art sucked. The story wasn't that great. It's really hard for those who really don't think that art takes that long. You might like be upset because you're reading the chapter of the next manga or anime you're watching, and you're like, man, these people like they need to pick up the pace. Let me tell you something. The fact that they're doing 20 pages a week is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that they're doing 20 a week. Boy, you know America does like 20 a month or like 30 a month. And that's in advance, like they're in advance. They have to do a page a day. In Japan, dude, you gotta do that like, you gotta be doing like 5 pages a day. And that's storyboard, pencil, ink, all that. Like, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. And when you have to, if you actually make manga pages, whoo, that takes forever. But anyways, I wanted to be in Shonen Jump, and I worked so hard, literally blood, sweat, and tears. I cut myself, I bled like crazy, I cried. Why did I cry? Oh, it was in the summer. It was in the summer, so I was sweating, but I cried because eventually the results came out and I was like not even considered. Like, they probably looked at the cover and went, nope. And I worked really hard. It was a 45-page one-shot. I mean, I actually want to reboot that one-shot. I want to redo it, but for the most part, I don't have any interest in being Shonen Jump anymore. Used to be a huge dream of mine, but Shonen Jump, they're just the best of the best, and I don't have what it takes for that. More humble, like, experiences lately. I met Shen Comics, a guy I really look up to on Instagram. He was very cool. I met Gabriel Picasso, was his name? Gabriel. Well, I met Gabe, and he does like the Starfire and Beast Boy like artworks, so that's pretty cool. Kibble. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Kibble. I didn't answer your second question. Have you been binging any shows lately? I just finished Mandalorian. Witcher was freaking fantastic. Those two shows, you guys have not watched them? Please, dude. Miss Nico Tendo, welcome Miss Nico Tendo. She asks, my question is, what is your fondest gaming memory? Oh man, there are so many. When I kept getting stuck in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and we finally get to the part where it's like Link and Tetra are in this temple, and the King of the Red Lions is there, and he puts together like the Triforce pieces, and Tetra ended up being Zelda. As a kid, I was like, what? No way, what? I was freaking out, like, I couldn't believe it. And like, I just got so into the story, and I was playing through it, and oh my gosh, dude, I love that game. That was just a proud gaming moment. It got me so hooked. Other gaming moments, Dying Light. Oh man, I used to play with my friend Rogelio Dying Light, and if you guys haven't played Dying Light, it's a survival parkour zombie game, and in the DLC you got like buggies, and you can upgrade your buggy and stuff like that, so you're driving around drifting and there's zombies chasing you, and like there was just so many wacky moments, like when we got stuck in a ditch and like a horde of zombies was coming after us, and my friend was in the car like, help, help, and like all the zombies are like attacking his buggy and I'm running away. And he's like, dude, help me. I'm like, no, because every time I help you, I get killed. He's like, bro, please, please, I don't want to lose my stuff. I'm like, all right, fine. So I run towards him, I kill a few zombies, he runs away and the zombies kill me. I'm like, you always get me killed, bro. And like, I'm just yelling at him. That's a fun gaming moment. There's so many, I can go on and on. In fact, we should even do a video of that. Pikachu, what is your favorite item in your collection? Wow, bro, that's actually a good question, because I really don't know how to answer that. I think one of my favorite items in my collection would have to be, I feel like my GameCube stuff. I feel like my GameCube and my Game Boy. All the stuff I have from when I started, that's what I love. Like, all my Game Boy games, like the Battle Network, and then the Zelda Minish Cap, and all that, and the Smash Brothers Melee, Wind Waker. I think that's honestly my favorite thing in the collection. Like, if you were to like burn all my stuff, I think I'd cry the most about like my games, like the Wind Waker and all that, like my Pikmin games and my Metroid games for GameCube. I think that's what would break my heart the most. I also really love my amiibo. Like my amiibo, I just have such a soft spot for my amiibo. I have them everywhere. If you guys ever went to my house, maybe I can show a little bit, but if you guys ever went to my house, you'd see amiibo everywhere. They're all over the walls. I just have so many. I buy duplicates. I have like 4 Samses just because I love amiibo that much. I know, it's crazy. We should do a giveaway, right? I hate that amiibo's kind of ending. I really love amiibo and I wish they did more. And I wish Nintendo did more with them, but what can you do, right? I bought them for the collection. Linkachu also asks, what is something you want to collect more of? A specific item you want in your collection? Huh. Good question. I'm actually very happy with my collection. I think if there was anything I would want more, it's probably amiibo. I love amiibo, and I probably would want more amiibo. I think something I wish Nintendo made more of was the dioramas for the amiibo, because I love my amiibo, but they're not like, they're just kind of sitting there. Like I wish I had more. I was trying to get into making dioramas, but that didn't really work out. So I wish there was more dioramas, more settings I could put my amiibo in. I also want more Nintendo Figmas. Like, they do Nendoroids and Figmas, and I want more of that. I'm like, come on, man, give me more Metroid ones, more Zelda ones, more Pokemon ones. I asked that, but then again, I'm very bad with buying them because they're like $45, $65, and then like when I see them, I'm like, that's cool. I don't need it though. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I need more in my life. Nintendo, please. What I need more in my life is Pikmin merchandise. Please, like, Pikmin is one of my favorite Nintendo franchises of all time, and I have like nothing. Like, they're starting to come out with more like Metroid stuff, and I appreciate that. But come on, Pikmin, bring back the Pikmin. Where do you hope to be in 5 years? Man, in 5 years, I hope that I have a published book. I hope, like, multiple published books. I hope I'm very far in YouTube where I'm like consistently making good money. I have a very good like running comic series. I don't know, it's kind of what I do. Like, I want to be really like a bigger name in like the comic industry. I know it's a lot of work to get there, but I don't know, like this year I'm working towards it. This year the goal is to publish 2 books to start myself off. Shy Guy Steph, he asks, what is your favorite anime/manga of all time? Bro. Naruto will always be what the heck is that? Naruto will always be one of my favorite series. But you know, Naruto is such a basic one, a lot of people don't want to count that. So we won't talk about Naruto, even though Naruto is like one of my best. But this series, Bakuman, oh my goodness, it's about 2 guys, 2 high schoolers that want to become manga artists. It's by the creators of Death Note, Prince of Tennis and all that. My favorite, honestly, just my favorite comic of all time. Literally, just of all time. Nothing beats this comic for me. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with everything about it. It inspired me in so many ways to be a comic artist and all that. I can get emotional about this. Like, I love this series, and I own every single book. I love it. If you guys want to give it a quick read and you want to be inspired by like the arts or something, please check it out. It's about following your dreams. It's about being very disciplined in your grind and to don't worry about what other people say. Like, stick to your craft, stick to your hobby, stick to your dream, and don't let anybody mess with it. So yeah. One Punch Man, I love One Punch Man. It's a newer series, but still, I grew up, I had a Japanese pen pal and she showed me like the first ever like comic, like what was it? I'm sorry. But basically One Punch Man started off as a web comic, and I looked at it and I was like, what is this? Like, if this is popular in Japan, I'm like, the art's kind of terrible. And then sure enough, it became a manga series and I got really into it, and I love One Punch Man. It's, I have to say, like, me getting in the comic industry, like, I feel like One Punch Man is probably one of the biggest inspirations right now because the art is just incredible. I would say the art in the book is better than the anime. And of course, I cannot leave this hanging. One Piece. I can tell you that One Piece has gotten me out of so many bad times in life. Again, fighting for your dream, don't care what people say, don't let it bring you down, you know. What else can you say? For those who don't know One Piece, and I understand like a lot of people are turned off by the art style and the characters and the goofiness, I get it. Not your cup of tea, it's fine. But for us, men and women, who are very cultured, we know One Piece is the way to go. One Piece is a huge inspiration to us all, and it gives us really good morals. To fight for our friends, to fight for our dream, and to never give up. What more can I say? Rox asks, if you can delete any Nintendo console from existence without a trace, what would it be? Boy, that's terrible! The Nintendo DSi. I never owned it, never felt like I needed to own it. Nintendo DSi, I just never cared about it. So, any console, Nintendo DSi. That thing was stupid. You got a camera, I guess that was cool, but I guess I'm just salty because I never owned one. My sister had one and I didn't, and I was like, what the heck? DJ Squirtle. Favorite GameCube game? Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker. But I guess that's also like on so many consoles, so if you want like an exclusive, I would say, well, Metroid Prime is, so Metroid Prime, Pikmin, those are my favorites, but since those are already on it, I would have to say, I really love Beautiful Joe and Mario Party 6 and Mario Kart Double Dash. I love them all, bro. But I think one I always go back to play would have to be Luigi's Mansion and Mario Baseball. So, I don't know, it's one of those. Best waifu of all time and only one. DJ Squirtle, how could you? Only one waifu? That's impossible. But I would have to say, just because she has the most character development, Elsa, and she's also the most relevant. I don't know. I used to. Elsa. We also got Joanna's question. Joanna asks, how do you feel about letting your friends down? AKA not reading Tokyo Ghoul when you promised you would. They put a centipede and that guy, I forgot his name. What was his name? What was the guy's name in the main character in freaking Tokyo Ghoul? Boy, they put a centipede in his ear as he's screaming in chains. Hell no! No, I am not. Okay. I picked up the manga the other day. It looked really cool. I was at the bookstore. It looked pretty cool. Comment down below. Should I be reading Tokyo Ghoul? Or is Joanna just a fangirl of these boys? They're all like, oh, I need blood. Oh. So I don't know. I don't know. Like everybody needs to consume blood. I hate those type of series. I got another ghouls, but still, like I don't know. She likes Attack on Titan, and I wasn't too crazy about Attack on Titan. You know what I'm saying? And that concludes our Q&A. Guys, I'm sorry if this is really long. I don't know how long this is gonna run, but it's for you guys. It's the fun of answering the questions and for you guys to know a little bit about me. So yeah, I thought it was pretty smooth. You guys asked a couple questions. I had a lot of fun answering them. Comment down below if you guys want to do this again sometime. It won't be anytime soon, but Q&As are always fun. So if you like this Q&A, let's do it again sometime, right? But I guess comment down below, what are some of your goals? Let me ask you guys, what are your goals for this year? I know it's like, again, I talk about this all the time, but I didn't get to really talk with you guys on New Year's. I was kind of bummed out and I didn't really want to interact with anybody. So let me know, guys. Comment down below, what is your New Year's resolution? Tell me, what are your goals? What are some things you're looking forward to? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna buy? Tell me all about it. Are you gonna start your YouTube channel this year? Please do. And yeah, and let me know how you felt about the video, about your questions. Yeah.